King Vikram was given the duty of bringing Betal to a tantric. Betal traditionally means evil spirit. Each time Vikram tried to capture Betal, it told him a story that ended with a riddle. If Vikram could not answer the question correctly, Betal agreed to remain in captivity. But if the king knew the answer and still kept quiet, his head would burst into 1,000 pieces. And if King Vikram spoke, Betal would escape and return to his tree. Vikram Betal, King Badsa and his son. Betal told another interesting story as King Vikramaditya carried him on his shoulders. Many years ago, there lived a king named Badsa. He was a great ruler and was loved by all his subjects. He had a son named Agni, who was wicked and had many vices. Unlike his father, he would not make a good ruler. This worried Badsa very much. One day, while the king was holding court, Agni burst into the room and announced,
"I feel I am ready to take over the throne. You are old, and I suggest you step down. If you do not, I will form an army to overthrow you."
Badsa was a peace-loving man and knew his son would go to great extents to take the throne. Ashamed that he was giving up the throne to his son without a fight, he denounced his title and decided he would spend his life in the forest in meditation. Meanwhile, in his kingdom, Agni tormented his subjects and the kingdom grew very unhappy. One day, as Badsa sat in meditation, he heard an old woman sobbing loudly. When he asked what the matter was, she replied,
"I have only one son, and a demon has vowed to eat him tonight."
Disturbed by what he had just heard, Badsa offered to sacrifice himself to the demon. The old woman and her son tried to convince him to change his mind, but the king was adamant to help her out. As per his plan, when the demon arrived later that night, Badsa offered himself. The demon did not think twice before quickly eating the king. Thus, the old woman's son was saved. Here, Betal asked King Vikramaditya,
"What do you think of the old king's sacrifice?"
King Vikramaditya thought for a moment and then replied,
"There is no sacrifice here. This was not a selfless act by the king. He felt guilt for leaving his subjects at the hands of his unworthy son and offered himself to the demon in the hope of achieving moksha."
Betal replied,
"I think you are right in your judgment, but since you have spoken, I will fly back to my people tree."
Saying this, Betal flew away, leaving King Vikramaditya to draw his sword and chase him once more.